So here we are, sat in a field, sat next to Rhiannon Mair. But this isn't any old field, is it, Rhiannon?
No, it's not. It's not. It's we're actually in a campsite at Latitude Festival.
The big gig in Woodbridge, which is not that far away from where we're sat sitting, you were playing at the Angel,
Yes.
Run by Sarah and Chris.
Yeah.
Now that was a good evening. Tell us a bit about that.
Ben Osborne, who's the man that organises it all, he just contacted me about, I think, 2 weeks beforehand and said, "Oh, would you like to play?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure," because I've played at the Angel in Woodbridge before, and it's I love the pub, and I think, you know, Chris and Sarah are fantastic and really lovely people, and everyone that goes there are lovely people, and yeah, I've just had so many good experiences of playing there. So when Ben said, "Do you want to play?" I was like, "Yeah, sure thing." And then when I got there, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be, you know, as busy as it was. It was like a little mini kind of festival atmosphere, and it was absolutely rammed. And yeah, it was just really, really good. It was just such a fantastic crowd. Probably one of the best gigs I've played so far, actually. It was just, yeah, it was really, really good.
Now there's a young man behind me, and he had a label stuck on his shirt, and it says, "I like Rhiannon Mair." And what did he shout out to you?
I don't know. I was shouting out several things.
I think the first thing he said was, "Will you go out with me?"
But yeah, there was something along those lines.
Yeah,
He was very enthusiastic.
He was, and 5 minutes later he was saying, "Will you marry me?"
Yeah.
But you were right on the ball, weren't you? Saying, "Hang on, this is moving too quickly."
Yeah, it just you know, creates a really good vibe. And it's always really good fun. Yeah, you can just play off your audience and, you know, and talk to them and stuff. And I love that, you know. I love kind of getting involved with audience members.
Now, the tracks that you played were actually from your album.
Yes.
Tell us about your album.
The album is basically a collection of songs which I just wrote over the last like several years or whatnot. And the album wasn't meant to be an album. It originally started off as just some demos in my room. And then yeah, my brother actually suggested to me, he recommended this site called Pledge Music, which is a site where your fans can support you and pledge money towards your current project. So he recommended it to me, I checked it out and applied to do it. And then, yeah, and everything just went from there really. So the album then got finished, and then I kind of reached my target, because you pledge for a target amount of money. And then I got it mastered, and then it was released in April, and yeah, it's all just been quite exciting really from the release, and just been gigging it and touring and stuff.
It was mastered, but it wasn't just mastered any old place, was it?
It was mastered at Abbey Road, which was really, really cool. It was a very amazing experience actually. Just the place and everyone there, and yeah, and a guy called Alex Wharton mastered it. Lovely, lovely guy, very, very talented, and yeah, it was an amazing experience. And the only reason I actually got it mastered there is because someone actually just recommended. I met someone that worked at the studios, and he suggested to get it mastered there, and I said straight off, I was like, "Oh, I won't be able to afford that," but he actually managed to get me quite a good deal. So it's all who you know, you see.
Tell us a little bit about your first tour.
Yeah, really good fun. I think I went a little bit crazy. Just on the, you know, not crazy in that sense, I should be careful what I say, but just, you know, kind of being on tour around the UK. It was my first tour, and I was on tour with a good friend of mine, Antonio Lulich, who's also a singer-songwriter, and another artist called Fiona Bevan, and I know she's played in Woodbridge, and she's like, you know, from Suffolk based as well, so she came with us for a spell. Yeah, we just went around the UK, and it was brilliant. We just had so much fun, and we all got on so well because we all just clicked, and, you know, we just had so much fun together. Brilliant.
You've got another tour coming up, have you not?
Yes, yeah, I do. I'm off again at the end of August, beginning of September kind of time, and I think it's going to be, yeah, over duration about 3 weeks. So yeah, so I'll be going around the UK again, which is great.
Now, if anybody wants to find out more about your tour,
all my tour dates are posted on my website, which is rhiannonmair.com. And then from there, there's links to my Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and yeah, there's just loads of information on the internet, but you can all access it via the website.
So go onto the internet and go and have a look now. That's what
Yes,
I say.
absolutely.
What brings you particularly to Latitude?
Well, firstly, because it's quite local to me. So I grew up in Suffolk, so I think that's one reason. I love it. There's something about the festival. I think what I like about it, it appeals to all age groups. And there's so much going on. There's something for everyone. So you've got theatre, you have comedy, poetry, music. You've got arts, and I just think it's a very it's just quite cultural, and it's it's got a little bit of a hippie vibe as well, which I like. I'm a hippie at heart, and I went to lots of festivals as a child. And like every time I've been here with my parents. Like every year I've come here. Like my parents come here, they love it. And I think, yeah, I think it's got just a certain vibe about it that makes it really quite a unique little festival, actually, in that sense. And I think that's what attracts lots of people to it.
I do believe that folks that are here today will be able to hear the Rhiannon Mair vibe.
No. yeah, it's really cool to come to your favourite festival and to be playing it. So I'm very excited about that.
So tell us a bit more about that then.
Well, well, I'll be playing on the Inbetweeners Stage, which is a little stage tucked away in a forest. I got that through a local promoter who runs a series of gigs up around kind of Lowestoft, Great Yarmouth, Galston kind of way, and in Norwich as well. And yeah, so he booked me for the slot, which is great.
Must be tough coming to your festival and I've got to play as well. I'm
No,
here to relax and enjoy.
No, not at all. No, it's if anything, it's a massive buzz, and it's just, I think to play at any festival, for me especially, I haven't been doing this for that long. I really kind of started going, at the beginning of the year. So for me, like to even play at any festival is just like really cool. So, especially at a festival like this as well, it's really, really cool.
If any young people wanted to follow in your footsteps, Rhiannon, what kind of advice could you give them to inspire them?
Just go out and gig, I think. I mean, I really admire when I see like young people in their like teens or late teens, and they get up and they perform into any group of people, whether that be 3 or 4 or 30 or 400 people. It's it takes a lot of courage, and yeah, I think the advice I would just give would just to get up and gig, and just to keep gigging, and you'll have bad gigs and you'll have good gigs, and just to keep going and just to keep going, and just to keep writing songs, I guess, and just to keep playing music. I don't want to sound like really cheesy, but just kind of just believe in what you're doing and just follow that through. I think that's probably my advice I would give, just to keep doing it, keep going, keep gigging.
And believe in yourself.
And and absolutely to believe in yourself. Yeah, if you rock up to a gig and there's only like 3 or 4 people there, you just do it because you love it. I think.
You're also you're an independent as far as an artist, aren't you? Let's explore that a little bit.
Well, independent is in I'm basically just it's just little old me and my guitar, and all the support that I get comes from my fans, and there's been a lot of support from like the local community, like especially from Woodbridge and in Suffolk. Yeah, and I'm not signed, I'm not managed, so everything that I do, it literally comes from support from promoters, from fans, and it feels really great to have that, actually, and it kind of makes you feel what you're doing is actually worthwhile, so it's really great, really, really great.
Well, look, I'd just like to say thank you very much for taking time off from your leisure activities here at Latitude, and also your playing here at Latitude.
Thank you very much.
It's been a real great pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you play later.
Wonderful.
And have a great festival,
thank you very much.
Latitude.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's been lovely.
And I'm into you, I can see it too. I'm horrified, I guess. So once you left me, whether are you and then you left me cold, and I'll never go. And I don't understand, why can't I be your girlfriend?